Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Hopsworks 5-minute interviews. My name is Rick. I work for Hopsworks, and I've been hosting these sessions for 7, 8 months now. It's been a great experience getting to know so many cool people in the AI, ML, and broader software industry. And today I'm actually joined here by Laura Funderburk of Bytewax. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Rick. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm very happy that you're here, and we got to know each other at PyData in London, right? That was a great. You had the booth next to us, and we were we were hanging out at the conference. It was super fun. And Xander has been on these 5-minute interviews. Xander Matheson, which is the CEO of Bytewax, right? He was on these interviews before. But I wanted to invite you as well and have a chat with you because we had a great time. And maybe you can just briefly introduce yourself to this audience.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I quite enjoyed getting a chance to meet you and to get to know the team a bit more at PyData London. As you said, we had a chance to be booth neighbors, so we got a chance to chat. And we're also very happy that we had a chance to co-host the networking session the day before. Yep. So it was really fun to have a chance to talk to so many people from PyData. In terms of myself, so I am based in Vancouver, Canada. Originally, I'm from Mexico, and I had a chance to get into data science through mathematics originally. So I was originally planning to become an applied mathematician, but somewhere along the lines, I learned about programming, and in particular, I learned about Python programming and how it was used to solve problems in bioinformatics. And I became hooked with this idea of using Python and Python and programming to tackle problems in real life. So fast forward a few years, and I now have a chance to apply both my mathematical skills for my Python programming skills for solving problems in data science, and now doing more community outreach as part of Bytewax.
Yeah, because if I understand correctly, Bytewax, it's an open source product as well, right? And you guys have quite a big community out there, right? So it's been quite successful so far.
Yeah, one of the things that we're very excited about is letting people leverage the Python ecosystem while bringing in real-time analytics. And a lot of people ask us, what is this idea of streaming in real time, right? So for us, the purpose is to make it as easy as possible for people to build efficient pipelines. So one of the things that I think is quite nice, or one of the things that the community likes about us, is we're leveraging the Rust package timely behind the scenes. And then we have exposed a Python API that allows people to simply import, pip install, and import as you would any other Python package. And then from there, you can combine other Python packages with our functionality to build some of these pipelines for data that changes in real time.
Very cool. And I do still have fond memories of your swag at the booth at PyData. You guys had the best swag for sure. So
it was a lot of fun. I think so. It was a lot of fun. I quite liked. We had our yellow and black T-shirts.
Yeah.
Representing the bees, and we had the little bee, the chunky bees. Some people would come back to talk to us twice, and sometimes they would say, "Hey, can I just take another chunky bee?"
It was so much fun, and like I said, the purpose of these conferences is obviously to connect to lots of people, and the swag is such a great way to start conversations, right? It's well done. But maybe we can talk a little bit more about how you guys are related to real-time analytics and real-time AI. So Bytewax, how does it relate? In my head, streaming obviously there's a lot of use cases for it, and event-based processing. People. I think there's a lot of momentum in the industry around that. But what's the relationship exactly there? Can you say a little bit more about that?
The relationship between streaming analytics and AI?
Yep.
Yes. So one of the use cases, of course, is retrieval augmented generation. So we've learned about fine-tuning as one of the mechanisms to ground an LLM.
Yep.
But the problem with something like fine-tuning is, let's say that you have data that's constantly changing, or the fine-tuning process is not necessarily successful. You can then turn to RAG as a process or some mechanism to ground the LLM. When you're dealing with curating a database that's changing on the regular, say, for example, financial data, you have data coming in every single day, either from the market prices, but also in the form of news or articles or any kind of unstructured information. Then leveraging something like Bytewax and Unstructured is one of the partnerships we set up before, or Bytewax and Haystack, or Bytewax and LangChain, really enables you to ground the LLM with the latest data. So that is, I think, one of the big use cases we've been exploring as of lately.
And I think it's actually one of the synergies, the biggest synergies with Hopsworks as well, right? Where, we also kind of specialize in more of the real-time prediction services, and
Yes.
obviously we need real-time data to come into the platform somehow. So, that's where the synergies lie. So, you've kind of also already answered my next question, which is, why do you think this is such an interesting use case? Are there particular use cases where you feel that it's even more compelling than others? Like a particular domain or a particular vertical or something like that, that's even more compelling?
I think within the context of fine-tuning, one area that I'm very eager to explore and I see quite a bit is this idea of fine-tuning the embedding models, or the embeddings as opposed to the LLM itself, to optimize the retrieval mechanism within RAG. So for instance, if I think about something like real-time fraud detection, or if I think about retrieving information from social media platforms, where I want to optimize my search for, let's say, specific hashtags, or let's say specific formats that the community is using online, leveraging platforms like Hopsworks or Bytewax, or a combination of these, I think is one of those compelling use cases. I think one of the tricky things about social media, if you think about something like Instagram or Twitter or the internet, is sometimes you have these phenomenons of things blowing up and you want to be in it, you want to leverage it, you want to capture it as it's happening, not tomorrow or the week after. You want to catch it now. I think that's one of the compelling use cases that I see for sure.
Fantastic. Yeah, totally agree. And like I said, lots of synergies there between Bytewax and Hopsworks. Maybe I can ask you one more question. I'll ask this to everyone. What do you want to share with the rest of the community? And obviously, there's a lot of material that we can share about the technicalities and everything else. But maybe there's also something else that you might want to share with the audience.
Yeah. So one community that I found was really helpful in getting started with working with AI and working with LLMs. And I think one community that was really pivotal in helping me apply my knowledge of just working with AI versus combining it with other fields was the AI Makerspace community. So they're an online-based community. They offer workshops, they offer free seminars, they offer free webinars. I think once a week they have these community sessions where the members of the community can come in and talk about a topic, and topics go all the way from setting up multi-agent RAG all the way to how do we deal with GPT vision. So it's very broad in terms of the community, but they have a very strong focus on building, shipping, and sharing. I think that's one of the core philosophies that they have, and it's one of the core philosophies that allowed me to go from I have no idea how to build with LLMs all the way to I now build real-time RAG. So it's a community that I quite like.
Cool. And we'll also put links to that in the show notes, and we'll also put that on the blog post, and obviously also share a couple of your links to the Bytewax ecosystem as well, if that's at all possible.
For sure.
Laura, I want to thank you for spending the time. That we want to keep these things quite short, but it was super nice talking to you, and thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Thank you so much for having me, Rick.